how to stop controlling everything around you, the secret of inner peace. Do you have the feeling that everything has to be exactly as you imagined? That other people have to do things a certain way? That you have to think in advance about every possible problem, predict what will happen, and try to prevent what hasn't even happened yet? You may often say to yourself, if I don't check, something will go wrong. And then you check again. You worry. You are thinking. You're replaying the movie in your head. You try to predict what someone else will say or do. And the more you try to keep everything under control, the more tension arises in you. But there is one simple truth that we often realize only after many years. We don't have to control everything to be safe. In fact, the need to control everything often robs us of what we want most: peace. Because life cannot be completely planned. Sometimes people will disappoint us. Plans will change. Some things will not turn out the way we expected. And that is not a sign that we have done something wrong. That is simply life. Today we will talk about how to slowly stop controlling what is not in our hands and how to learn to live with much more peace. And finally, I will show you one small but very powerful change in the way of thinking that can completely change your attitude towards everyday problems. The first thing to understand is that control and responsibility are not the same thing. Responsibility means doing what is within our control. Control means trying to manage what was never in our power. You can choose how you talk to someone, but you cannot choose how that person will react. You can try your best at work, but you cannot control the opinion of every colleague. You can give someone advice, but you cannot force that person to listen to it. You can prepare for the future, but you cannot know what tomorrow will bring. And this is exactly where a big problem arises. We spend an enormous amount of energy trying to change things over which we have no real influence. So for the next time you feel the need to control something, stop for a few seconds and ask yourself, is this really in my hands? If so, do what you can. If not, try to let go. It won't be easy, because the brain likes security. He wants to know what will happen, how someone will react, and whether everything will be all right. But life cannot give us such a guarantee. That's why it's important to learn something much more useful than control: trust. The confidence that you will manage, even when things don't go according to plan. That's a big difference. Don't tell yourself, everything will be perfect. Say, whatever happens, I'll try to deal with it as best I can. That sentence puts the power back where it really belongs to you. Another thing that can help is to stop looking for the perfect outcome. Sometimes we think we'll be at peace only when everything is resolved. When everyone does what they're supposed to. When money is secure. When work is stable. When family is good. When every problem is solved. But as soon as we solve one problem, another one appears. If we tie our peace to perfect circumstances, we could be waiting our whole lives. So try doing something different. Allow yourself not to know. Allow yourself to let something go unresolved overnight. Allow other people to make their own choices, even when you don't agree with them. And allow yourself to make mistakes sometimes. You don't always have to have the answer. You don't always have to be right. You don't always have to fix everything. Sometimes the greatest form of strength is to say, this is out of my control, and I can live with it. And now we come to that little change I mentioned at the beginning. Whenever you catch yourself worrying about something you can't change, replace the question with, how do I stop this from happening? With a question, what can I do if this happens? See the difference? The first question creates fear. Second, it creates a feeling of strength. You are no longer trying to control the future. You are preparing yourself to welcome her. And maybe that's where real peace begins. Because peace does not come when we manage to control the whole world around us. Peace comes when we realize that we don't have to. So try to let one thing go today. Not 10. Just one. Someone's reaction. Someone's decision. Something from the past. Some plan that didn't turn out the way you wanted. Let go of what is not yours to carry. And return your energy to what is yours. Your words, your actions, your choices, and your life. Because you don't have to control everything around you to have a good life. Sometimes it is enough to learn to control only the most important thing, the way you will respond to what life brings you. If this message meant something to you, write in the comments, I choose peace. Maybe T. Those two words will be a reminder to someone today that they don't have to carry everything on their shoulders.